Hello, this is Photography Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, I'll be breaking down the photo mode in Immortals Fenyx Rising on the PS4. I'll go through each setting and tell you what each one does. But first, let's look at the basic settings. Right, to enter the photo mode, you need to click in the left and analog sticks simultaneously. When you're in there, you can use the L and R sticks to move and rotate the camera. If you press triangle, that will preview your photo, basically removing all the crap on the screen. X will take your photo. Circle goes back. You can use the D-pad to offset your image in different directions if you want to make an adjustment. L2 and R2 is a zoom function, good for getting in and out if you want to make, again, adjustments to your framing. L3 switches to the edit settings. R3 is to reset, and square puts up a grid. Grids are useful if you just want to measure distances between things in the image. Right, so we've got other settings. What have we got? So there's a long list here. So firstly, you've got the L stick that moves the focus ring. The focus ring, it is what it is. You move it over the thing in the image that you would like to be the focal point. We'll go into that later, but first we've got facial expression. You can change what your character looks like. So you've got a few fun options here. Then we have depth of field. Depth of field is the amount of focus used. So you've chosen what's in focus with the left stick and the circle ring. How big or shallow the depth of field will be is up to you. Do you want everything in the image in focus, or do you just want the subject and then everything else to be very blurry? The choice is yours. Then we have exposure. Raise that and it will lighten most of the light areas, not so much the shadows. It's good for creating a sense of nighttime if you put it down very low as well. Then we have contrast. Contrast is good for definition between light and dark. Generally, the game is not very contrasty, so I kind of use that a lot in the photo mode. Then we have temperature. One end is warm, one end is cold. So you can add a warm or a cold tint to your image appropriately as you see fit. Tinting is very similar to temperature, except one end is green, one end is purple. For me personally, I really don't use it a lot because computer games aren't like cameras. They don't decide the white balance. So you're kind of already working on the right color tinting from the get-go. Then we have saturation. If you take it out, you'll go black and white. If you add more, it'll go very sort of colorful pop art. Be careful with this because it can ruin a good image. Then we have noise. Noise adds a sense of grain to the image, and that can be good just to create a bit of grittiness, a bit of texture. Then we have vignettes. A vignette is a shadowy border around the image. The idea is, by darkening the border, it should draw your eye into the center. Then we have bloom. Bloom, basically, if the sun is shining on a metallic object and you raise bloom, it will get this nice glow to it. So it's good if you're wearing big armor, big swords, that kind of stuff. Then we have fog. Fog is really good if you want a clean palette, like you want to clean the background. If there's loads of noise and stuff in the background in terms of visual noise, you can just put fog to max and it will be a very neutral background. And then you've got presets. Presets are kind of like filters, I guess, that have all of the settings altered that you can then work from. So good options there. Okay, the verdict. Well, solid photo mode, pretty similar to the ones that you would find in Assassin's Creed. Good settings, maybe not as comprehensive as I'd like and not as much fun, but good, 8 out of 10. So let's have a quick look at a couple of examples before we finish. So here's one. Again, what have I done here? I've used fog to neutralize the background. I've raised the temperature to maximum. I've probably upped the saturation, and you can see it's just very warm. Put the contrast up as well so that the main character is almost kind of fully silhouetted, and it's a very warm, standout image. And the last example, this is just a basic portrait. So we've got a nice light on one side to the other. We've blurred out most of the image, just focusing on the subject. Again, we've used bloom. You can see at the top left, the metallic objects on the weapon are glowing. That's because of bloom. And I think we've put a little filter or a preset on there. Or is that like purple tinted? It's a little purple. So I said I never use tinting. What a liar. There you go. But yeah, just a basic shot there. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope that video was helpful. I hope it will give you an easy understanding of what the photo mode does. For now, thank you for watching. This is Photography Gamer signing off. Cheers.